you were both my favorite parts of season 3. Sherry and Carrie are in such an epic you couple. Is it safe to say that they're the best couple from the show?
I would say it's safe because it's me. Yeah, definitely. We're the best. Strongest couple of Madre Linda.
King and Queen of Madre Linda. Let's go.
King and Queen.
Sherry has kind of this huge switch midway through where we think she's this one kind of vapid influencer. What was it like kind of humanizing that character throughout the course of the season?
Samantha, it's my favorite thing to take characters that people generally like write off, like, oh, it's on the surface, and really digging in past what you would imagine, like what your judgments are. So when I got to do the switch, well, even before the switch, I loved being someone that people would potentially hate. It's never happened. So I really like dug into that. But when we find out like that she's more than, what we think in 1 through 4, that she is truly the queen of this kingdom and she has things to protect, that for me as an actress was the tops.
Travis, I have to ask about turning into Carrie, because like you're bragging about 6% body fat and I believe you because you like looked jacked. Are you maintaining that? What was that like? And Carrie's mindset is just so like, at first you think kind of wacko. So tell me all about that.
I started reading a lot of sports psychology when I got the role, just to really get into the mentality of Carrie, because he's all about mindset. There's some sports psychology fiction by Daryl Donnelly that I just inhaled. And then I feel like that really built Carrie up internally. And then I hired a trainer and a nutritionist named Grant Roberts, and we put on 10 pounds of muscle. I felt like that really was the physique of Carrie. And I feel like Carrie's the guy that is a leader amongst men. He takes men out in the woods and he's all about reclaiming your masculinity. And I wanted to really be able to feel that. And so putting on 10 pounds and really boosting up my training and my nutrition, it was a lot of work and really intense, but that's exactly who Carrie is. So for me, I loved it. I loved that focus. And no, I have not kept it up.
Carrie is such a surprising character as well. Similar to Sherry, you have this kind of pivot, but I think one of the scenes too that really stands out is Joe kind of goes after him and he stands by him as a friend. And this is the first time we see Joe really having friends. Why do you think Carrie felt the need to kind of become a father figure to Joe in a certain sense?
I think Carrie sees something in Joe that he recognizes maybe in himself. And I think he sees this repressed guy, and Carrie is very interested in helping liberate people and reconnecting them to their essence and their core. And so I feel like Joe was a little project for him. That episode 5 it's so touching when you watch how it all plays. First of all, it doesn't turn out the way you think it's going to. Like, there are some moments where you think that Joe is gonna kill me instantly. And when it comes around to where, there's a breakthrough, it's a really moving moment. Carrie did exactly what he intended to with Joe. And so it's a good moment.
Season 3 just really stood out to me across the whole show itself, is because it really tackles these kind of face value stereotypes that come up, especially really hot button issues. For each of you guys separately, what was that kind of like just dealing with it in the 21st century?
I think that Sarah and the writers did such a great job. I mean, I think that season 3 is so prescient in a way that season 1 and season 2 are not. Season 3 really feels like this moment. And so I think that for me, playing Sherry, this momfluencer, and what we think about these people, and then like learning like what her life really is and why she chose to be an influencer in the first place is really like, it speaks to today. Like everything is for sale. We're scrolling through like an Eiffel Tower's worth of information like every day. And so to stand out and to also be likable, I think that season 3 does a fabulous job with really putting a magnifying glass on the moment that we're in.
I think that's well said. I think we're in a social media culture where we put out a certain facade of who we are and who we want people to think we are. And we're not always that in real life. And so I think what this show does is it just amplifies this issue that we're facing as a society. And it does a really great job because the show is satirical and it's funny. And it makes you, I feel like the show teaches you while it entertains you. And that's a really special potion